The Flynn's Keychain is back with another classic arcade port, and that arcade port is Pooyan for the Atari 2600. Let's go ahead and take Pooyan. Let's pop it in my Atari 7800 Pro system and see how it holds up today. Let's go to the game. Pooyan was published by Konami and, according to randomterrain.com, was possibly released in 1983. It is based on the 1982 Konami arcade game. The manual opens with the following. One day in the middle of a forest, a group of fierce wolves attacked the house where Mother Pig, Mama, and her little piglets, Pooyans, were living together peacefully. To protect her Pooyans, Mama fought back using arrows and bait, but despite all her efforts, some of the Pooyans were kidnapped. Full of hate for the wolves, Mama bravely seeks out the wolves' lair to rescue her Pooyans. Will she succeed in overcoming the wolves and bringing her Pooyans back home? Pooyan is a two-screen action game for 1 or 2 players alternating. In total, there are 8 variations that can change the speed of the stones that the wolves throw, either fast or slow, and if the stones they throw move in a curve or can move straight as well. For the controls, you use the joystick to move your pig up and down on the right side and press the button to fire an arrow. Sometimes bait will show up at the top as a large white dash. You can pick it up by touching it, then pressing up on the joystick. You then throw it with the button and it arches down, causing any wolves it touches to let go of their balloons, eliminating them. But be careful, as the bait can bounce off of a nearby balloon. The game is separated into 2 sections. In the first section, 30 wolves will descend on balloons. If a wolf hits the ground, he will climb up the side trying to attack you. But this is limited to only a single wolf. When only 5 wolves remain, the bottom will turn from yellow to a greenish color. Once all 30 wolves have passed, even if you miss some, you will move on to the second screen. On the second screen, you will have a wolf on the right side, even if he didn't reach the bottom during the first section. Now the wolves are traveling upwards. If they reach the top, they will join in a group, which, if it gets big enough, they will push a large rock to the side, dropping on your head, costing you a life. Once again, the bottom turns greenish when you are down to your last 5 wolves, but this time a boss wolf will show up with a glowing balloon. You must hit him or 5 more wolves will join the fray. After you beat the second section, you go back to the first section, except every time they add an additional wolf. You lose a life if you get hit by a small stone, the big rock, or a biting wolf on the side. It is possible to hit some of the small stones with either an arrow or the bait, but you cannot hit all of them. Scoring wise, you get 5 points for hitting just a balloon with an arrow, 10 points for hitting a small stone with an arrow or the bait, 20 points if you hit a balloon with the arrow held by a wolf, and 80 points if the bait causes a wolf to let go of the balloon. You earn an extra life at every 5,000 points. Graphically speaking, this is a nice looking game by Atari 2600 standards, with all the characters really standing out. Sound wise, you have a nice little ditty at the start of the round based on The Other Day I Met a Bear, and decent sound effects throughout the game. Family friendly wise, the game would most likely get an E for everyone rating if released today. Currently at PriceCharting.com, the game has a value of $15 loose, $45 complete, and $67 new. Although that number seems to be out of date, as the last reported sale of a new copy from 2021 was closer to $200. So what do I think of Pooyan for the Atari 2600? Even though I'm not a big fan of the arcade original, I must say this is a solid port for the system. The characters look great, it sounds good, and it has both of the main levels, although it is missing the bonus round. There are, however, 2 downsides. First, the controls are a little bit stiff feeling, as you need to hold up or down for an extra split second for it to register. A quick press in either direction just doesn't work, at least not for me. It's also a little on the difficult side. Just getting past both screens once was a challenge at first, but once I got used to the game, I did start to enjoy it somewhat, and I wouldn't mind playing it more in the future. So where am I going to rank Pooyan? This one is going somewhere in the middle, around the 130s. I do like Crypts of Chaos more at 137, but I will give this an edge over Kroll at 138. So out of the 258 games are now ranked for the Atari 2600, Pooyan is shooting arrows at the 138 position. Pooyan is a solid port of a mediocre arcade game for the Atari 2600. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Also, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on the Twitter, join the Discord, support the show at patreon.com/NoSwearGamer, and click the bell so you don't miss any future videos. Thank you for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you next time in the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care and watch out for stone-throwing wolves.